Episode 5 of Sirens begins with Simone waking up from a nap at the hospital. Devon is there and they're waiting for news about Ethan, and Simone apologises for not responding to Devon's Sirens text and also for their argument the previous night. Devon agrees she needed to hear some of that, and Simone then asks about the times when Devon texted, and she tells her how hard things were with their dad. Simone tells her she needs to leave that house and even invites Devon to stay with her in New York once she starts her new job. Devon doesn't take it up though, and Simone then encourages her to go with Morgan. Back home, Michaela is packing up all of Simone's things when the staff realise she's getting fired and begin to celebrate. Peter and Morgan join Devon and Simone at the hospital, and the girls have learned that Ethan has several broken bones. Devon and Morgan then head back to Cliff House, and Devon asks him when he's leaving for his cruise to Palm Beach. He says he's leaving at daybreak, and she finally accepts his request, and she agrees to see him after the gala. However, she doesn't find her father or Ray in the guest house. She finds Bruce standing right by the cliff, and she pulls him away from the edge. They head out to look for Ray and find some of his things on the beach. Ali, Ray's wife, calls the phone and Bruce picks up. Devon is forced to take the call here and admit that she's with Ray. At the hospital, Ethan wakes up and gets angry when he sees Simone. He blames her for pushing him down the cliff, but Peter convinces him that it's all in his head. Simone and Peter then return home, and Simone finds the staff in an eerily good mood. However, she gets a cold welcome from Michaela, who tells her to wait in her room while the gala rehearsal goes ahead. Simone is shocked to see all of her things packed up, and a photograph of her and Peter sits on top of the boxes. Michaela gets another shock though when Peter reveals he's invited his kids and extended family to this gala. Michaela then goes up to Simone's room and tells her to leave. Simone tries to explain that it was all Peter and not her, but Michaela sees her as a threat to her marriage and wants the girl gone. Elsewhere, Bruce is getting fit in the tux for the gala, and Devon then tells him she wants to go sailing with Morgan, and he tells her to go, but he then calls her Simone and forgets what they were talking about. At this point, Missy, one of the staff members, arrives and tells them she's here to help them pack. Jose arrives with Simone to pick them up after, and Simone is in shock and doesn't respond to anything Devon says. Devon then gets a call from a police station and learns that Ray is there, but he's actually drunk. While they argue, Bruce speaks to Simone and apologises for everything that went down in the past. He then tells her that Devon will be going away and that it will be him and her again. This is obviously terrible news for Simone, who ends up running away. When Peter finds out that Simone was let go, he asks Michaela for an explanation. She says Simone stole her earrings and she can't let Simone take what's hers. Back home though, Peter goes to Simone's room and pleasures himself. When he looks out the window, he sees Simone standing on the estate. He follows her down to the beach, where Simone says she has something to say. Peter then makes a call to Jose, who turns the car around. Jose arrives at Cliff House, where the gala has officially started. He goes to a secret safe and takes out an envelope, and inside is the picture of Peter and Simone. Devon heads out to look for Simone and finds Morgan instead, and she tells him that she can't go with him. Devon then confronts Michaela for firing Simone, and even calls her out for being a murderer. Michaela explains that Jocelyn lives as a recluse because of a plastic surgery that's gone wrong. Devon looks sheepish and walks away. Peter then arrives and pulls Michaela aside. He says he wants out of the marriage and reveals that he's destroyed the photo of him and Simone. Michaela points out how unfair the prenup is and that Peter is responsible for his relationship with his children. But Peter stands his ground, and soon Simone enters the room in her striking gala dress. Michaela realises what's happened and walks away. Devon then sees Simone and Peter and understands what's happened as well. When Devon asks about Michaela, Simone spouts the same dialogue Michaela used: "If it doesn't serve you, let it go." Devon looks sad and says she'll be going home to take care of her father. She tells Simone that dropping out of college to take care of her was the best thing that she's done. Simone didn't serve her, but Devon didn't let go. Simone promises to see Devon again in the city, and they exchange I love yous, and Devon leaves Simone to her fancy new life. On the boat back to the mainland, Devon sees Michaela and approaches her. Devon apologises to her and asks what she's going to do. Michaela really doesn't know though, and Devon says she's going to get a place of her own, and Michaela advises her to cash that check for $10,000. Devon assures Michaela that she isn't a monster, and she tells Devon that neither is Simone. And as episode 5 comes to an end, we close on a shot of Simone standing by the cliff, looking out at the estate. So the finale of Sirens brings this story to a sad but full circle moment. It's definitely tragic as Simone finds herself in an impossible situation. That moment in the police station where her father gently tells her it will be just them again is done so well. Millie Alcock's performance truly makes Bruce's words feel like more of a threat. Considering all he did in the past, it's natural that Simone wants to run away, and stuck between two hells, she chooses the one with Peter because it is, for now, the safer option. It's sad though because right until the end, you're left with a feeling of wanting to save Simone, and it definitely seems like Devon felt the same, judging by the sad look she was wearing through their entire final conversation. Michaela is forced to leave her life behind, and I can't help but feel like she got an easier out here. She let go of Simone all too easily for someone who claimed to be so close to her. All in all though, this was a solid finale, all things considered. It wraps up the show's loose ends and the dangling threads, and paints Peter as the real villain, of sorts anyway, and the women as the characters who always get left with the short end of the stick. So ultimately, this is a tight ending for Netflix's latest miniseries.
Thanks for watching, and do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like or subscribe to the channel, your support is very much appreciated. I'm Greg Wheeler, and from all of us over here at The Review Geek, we'll see you on the next video.